There is a lot of talk in the town is about how to improve your interview skill so you can get the job. So even there's a lot of guru are talking about things like fake it until you make it. But over all these things, doing what? Making the job or the hiring manager is really hard to pick the right candidates. So the question is about who is the hiring manager? The hiring manager is not somebody who works in the HR department. The hiring manager is someone who is recruiting a new team member for their own team. So like an example, a marketing leader, a project manager, or even sales manager as an IT manager, all are actually a hiring manager when they are recruiting someone into their team. Earlier part of my career, when I was started to take my hiring manager role, and luckily I stumbled in these two insights which really become my wake-up call that time, and that really shaped my way of thinking why interview skills as a hiring manager matters to me. The first one, the hiring manager having the right interview skills of recruiting the right talents, they are most likely to get 25% more likely to get promoted in the organization. The second one was even more direct. The second one clearly showed to me this one. The hiring manager who has the right skill set, they tends to get 10 to 15% more salary compared to their peers who does not have these skill sets. So fast forward now, as a business leader or business owner or a founder, I found out this in the hiring manager skill set is still very important, and that's what these are the two insights I want to share with you. So the first one is about the managers and the leaders who has the right interviewing skill sets. They can reduce the turnover rate of the organization by 39%. That is almost more than 1/3, right? And there is a direct correlation between the right skill sets for hiring managers and the profitability. And that's what it is. It's the companies where the hiring managers has the right skill set to onboard the right talent for their team, they basically outperform their competitors by 24% in terms of profitability. I'm not talking about revenue, it's directly on the profitability. Should we learn how to run effective interviewing session as a hiring manager? I personally believe this one. We spending way too much time how to get selected as a candidate or get the job. And that's what makes the dynamics significantly more challenging for the hiring manager to pick the right talents. Because like I say, a lot of guru keep showing all the tricks and hacks to train the people how to get the roles by faking all the way up. So the hiring manager really need to have the right skill sets to onboard the right talent into the organization. So the question is about how do we do that? Is it possible? Building the team with the right team member is the number one priority for every hiring managers, because that's actually become the bottom line how much the team can achieve forward. I became the manager at the age of 23 in a foreign country. I became the senior manager at the age of 25, and I became the director at the age of 29. I was leading 160 people in a nationwide organization. And then, not only that, by this time I was also leading another nonprofit of 300 plus members as well too. So through the ACT process, I was interviewed thousands of people, and my number one aspect is about how do I onboard the right team member in my organizations, so as a team we can thrive forward and become a rock star into the organization. I'm flexing all this number to make a point with you is this: how do I really do that? Was there a magic? The question is about no, there was no magic into it. So what I was doing is I was really focused about learning. I was taking hundreds of books or reading about interviewing skills and leaderships. I was taking courses, I was working with the mentors. And through that aspect, I was learning different skill sets and applying them in my own interviewing process to see this one, am I picking up the right talents, or is it making it easier for me to identify the right talents or not? And then I go back and I keep iterating over and over in process. I progress really fast in my relationship roles because on those roles, my number one priority is about learning and adapting all the related skill sets which help me to demonstrate and build up a great and productive and effective team which provide a great outcome for the organization. And through that journey, my number one priority was about selecting and onboarding the right talent for my team. By utilizing these skills or tool of interviewing skill set as a hiring manager really helped me to identify the right talent when I'm meeting tens or 15s of candidates and cut through the noise. So through that aspect, my goal is to about identifying the right attitudes with the right skill sets and see them as a beacon with hundreds of candidates and finally onboard them so they can contribute in the right amount in the right time to make the team successful. I can identify the beacon among all those candidates I'm meeting during the interviewing process and see their right attitudes and right skill sets and then onboard them in the organization, in my team, so they can thrive forward and make the team a winning team. This is hard and this is to be challenging and often confusing. I agree with you. That's why I spend thousands of hours learning different courses, working with the mentors, reading different books to identify and sharpen my skill set as a hiring manager to onboard the right talents to my team. Do you feel or hearing things about your team like this? We have a wrong team. My team is not understanding the goal. My team not understanding the objective. My team is not motivated. The team is not achieving the objectives. The team is underperforming. The team is often missing the deadlines. The team member doesn't want to grow and get more bigger things done with the team. These are all the signs showing this one that the team leader or the manager onboarded a wrong team members into the team. And the number one reason they onboarded the wrong team member into the team is about they have lack of interviewing skill set to onboard the right team member. Interviewing skill as a hiring manager is a very powerful skill because by utilizing this skill set, a leader, a manager can hire and recruit the right team members under him or her, which actually produce outstanding outcome for the organization and make it all great for the whole team, including the hiring manager. Because a capable team can turn an impossible to very possible. And that's why having the interviewing skill set for hiring manager is a must-have skill set in this present era. So during my learning journey, I realized this one is about learning need to be fun and we need to feel good about what we're learning about. That's why all my learning I packaged together in a fun way and feel-good manners into this program. This program is going to multiply your skill set as a hiring manager so you'll be able to identify through your interviewing skill set to form a rockstar team moving forward. And not only that, through that aspect, I'm going to save a lot of your time to acquiring this skill set called interviewing skill set for hiring manager compared to any other source you can imagine about.